took on Shelbourne in a match that was as exciting for events off the pitch as it was for those on it. The dispute between the clubs over the transfer of Alan Byrne and Stephen Geoghegan has been resolved, but the bad feeling continues because of the article in last week's programme by John McNamara in which he publicised how much Alan Byrne will earn from League of Ireland football this season. And given the off-the-field wrangling, it was little surprise that last weekend's game in the RDS was disappointing.
Over 30 hours of rain preceded this tie between the old Dublin rivals, and really it had a big bearing on the game because neither side was able to put too many passes together. Shamrock Rovers did have a good move though early in the first half. Tracy setting up Burke and his cross finding Owen Mullen, but the shot, well, typical of the entire match, I'm afraid, quite wayward. Next it was Shelbourne's chance to get near the goal. Geoghegan, of course, now signed for the Reds from Shamrock Rovers, set up Brian Mooney. And a typical run by him gave Shells their best chance of the game. Outside Mullen, inside Tracy. Only the crossbar denied Shelbourne. Alan O'Neill looked to be beaten. Over 5,000 at the RDS, disappointed by the fare on offer. Costello with the throw-in for Shelbourne, Neville with the return ball, and then back to Neville again. And Arkins with the chest down to Gary Howlett. His shot on target, and Alan O'Neill had to move smartly. Into the second half. Shelbourne perhaps the stronger side, but unable to get the opening goal. And a great bit of defending there by Leonard Curtis, one of Shamrock Rovers' new players. Ball cleared out to Carl Gannon. He seemed to be away, and Mick Neville, taking him down, received a yellow card that could well have been a red. Neville there perhaps a bit fortunate. Rovers' best chance in the second half was set up by Terry Everston, the old campaigner back after injury. A beautiful chip to the far post, but once again it was Mullen who shot wide. The final chance of the game again fell to Shelbourne. Brian Mooney with the chip, Bobby Devereux in space, but again the shot well clear of the goal. And a frustrating afternoon for both sides. Final score at the RDS, Shamrock Rovers 0, Shelbourne 0.
Well, that result left Bohemians leading the National League Premier Division, but Shelbourne had the chance to take over at the top when they played Galway United in Tolka Park last night. Now, we joined the match early in the first half with Shelbourne in their familiar red shirts playing from right to left.
Friday night, Tolka Park, and it seems as usual the rain always falling here. That's why the crowd looks so small on the far side. But here's the first chance for Shelbourne. And Mooney brings out the best in Norman Costello. Great skill by Brian Mooney. Nicely inside the tackle of Jimmy Nolan. And he waited for that ball to come down over the bar. Devereux to Vaughan. Rutherford back to Vaughan. This is Ollie Neary helping his defence. Oh, what a mistake. And there it is. 12 minutes on the watch, and Trevor Vaughan gets his debut goal for Shelbourne. The player signed from Home Farm at the end of last season. A dreadful mistake by Ollie Neary, it has to be said. But watch this for a finish. 1-0 to Shelbourne. Galway coming more into the game. Get the ball away there. Nice 1-2 between Vaughan and Devereux. And here's Rutherford on the overlap. Now he has players in the middle, and that's a typical case of not knowing whether to shoot or cross. Devereux and Arkins were there in support. Neary forward for Barry Ryan. Faced by James Saddington, recently signed from Millwall. Support from Gordon Brett, and Saddington getting in the tackle. Corner to Galway United. That's Neary. Double coverage there by Browan in front and Mick Neville behind. Over it comes from Killeen, flicked on, and there it is, 1-1. And Galway certainly deserved that equaliser, and they know how to celebrate. It's 1-1 in Tolka Park, thanks to that goal by Billy Cleary, his first ever for Galway United. And Tony Mannion, not too pleased with the celebrations. He wants his players to get on with it. The classic near post flick on, and there was Cleary. Throw in by Cleary to Barry Ryan. Back to the goal scorer. And that cross blocked by Dave Smith. Shelbourne think it should have been a goal kick, but the corner kick is what Galway get. And up come the players from the back. Keith Lambert forward. That's him, number 5. Gordon Brett this time with the corner kick to the far post. Barry Ryan with the shot, blocked by Howlett. Ryan back in again, and there's Ronan Killeen. What a comeback by Galway United. Just 7 minutes to the break, and it's Shelbourne 1, Galway United 2. The far post ball, Barry Ryan pulling off the goal line, Howlett with the first block, and then Alan Goff, the goalkeeper, signed from Galway United, unable to clear. Killeen makes it 2-1. Barry Ryan holding it up. Galway United since half-time, dominating the exchanges. Shelbourne strangely lethargic, it has to be said. Great win there by Ollie Neary to Lally. Back from Ryan to Lally again. O'Flaherty, and this is Ryan. Past Smith's challenge, and that just missed the post. Blocked off Saddington. Perhaps he might have crossed there, Barry Ryan. He certainly had 2 or 3 players to aim at, but he took the option of the shot, and it was just past that post. Smith, forward to Vaughan, keeps it away, and once again Galway playing the neat triangles. And a lovely ball down the line for Ryan. O'Flaherty's inside, it breaks for Neary. Oh, that's a great goal for Galway. Superbly taken by Ollie Neary, the man whose mistake in the first half gave Shelbourne the lead. That error certainly atoned by this brilliant strike. Came off Saddington's heel, and there he was from 18 yards. 3-1 to Galway. So can Shelbourne find a way back? This is Arkins, and that's a good shot, and a good save again by Costello. The first strike on target, though, it has to be said, by Shelbourne in the second half. Mooney's corner kick, straight to McNeville, and there's Arkins. So Shelbourne maybe with a lifeline. 9 minutes to go, and Vinnie Arkins makes it Shelbourne 2, Galway United 3. McNeville's first shot coming off a defender, and there was Arkins to put it into the empty net. So a substitute for Shelbourne. Number 12 there, Tommy Dunn, coming on for Gary Howlett. But incredibly, Bobby Devereaux has just run off the pitch at the other end and gone to the dressing room. So Shelbourne down to 10 men with 3 minutes to go. This is Barry Ryan, knocked off it by McNeville, but the free kick goes to Shelbourne. And O'Flaherty trying to waste a few precious seconds for Galway. Neville takes it quickly. Arkins with the layoff. Tommy Dunn with the through ball. And this was Rutherford on the overlap. Lambert the defender. Cross comes in. Oh, and Costello just getting it at the second attempt. It was Trevor Vaughan who went in for the header. Shelbourne dramatically coming close to an equaliser. Good cross by Rutherford. Into the final moments then. Nolan forward. And there goes the final whistle. Ironic that Galway should have possession at the end. A brilliant win for them, coming from that 5-0 defeat against Cove last week. For Shelbourne, their first defeat of the season, and Tony Mannion, the Galway manager, must be happy with his team. Final score, Shelbourne 2, Galway United 3.